Hello everyone, good evening. Uh, Today we will be discussing about the career options after graduation. Very recently these IBPS forms have come out. So this whole presentation, whole meeting will be basically based on career options after graduation, and along with that we will also be covering the whole of IBPS portion. There are 42 bank clerk vacancies, 42 bank clerk vacancies which have come just now for the students of Goa. So basically for these 42 vacancies, all the students of Goa who have completed their graduation can apply. These are central government banks. IBPS stands for Institute of Banking Personal Service, in which banks such as Bank of India, Bank of Baroda, Indian Bank, Canara Bank, Syndicate Bank, Dena Bank, and other banks like this, they open up their vacancies for clerical position, and there is a certain sort of reservation for the state students who want to attempt all these examinations. So these are the seats specifically for Goa, wherein Goan students can fill all these forms and they can easily be selected into this exam. We will also be discussing the stages of this exam, how many questions is being asked in this exam, if you want to prepare for this exam, what needs to be the strategy, everything. But before that, as an orientation and as an awareness initiative, we will first be covering how many career options are there, what kind of jobs are there. Many of you might not be knowing that if you prepare just for one exam, you are applicable or you are eligible to attempt around more than 2 lakh vacancies which come every year in this country. Yes, you may not believe this, but there are more than 2 to 3 lakh vacancies every year which come as far as central government is concerned and as far as state government is concerned. Today I will be covering the whole of that. How many kinds and how many types of vacancies are there. Okay. Along with that, the state government, there are some formations which have just started in state of Goa, like Goa Staff Selection Commission. GPSC, Goa Public Service Commission, was always there, so we will be explaining a bit about that too. After that, what is the exam pattern? That is one thing which we will be discussing. How many and what kind of questions comes in exam, those things we will be discussing. After that, we will be discussing what needs to be the strategy for all these exams, and after that we will specifically be discussing about IBPS exam from the person who has already cleared this exam and who is coaching the students since last 10 years for all these exams. So we will hear about these things from him. After that, we will be telling that we also have our batches which are going on for preparation of this exam, and then we will be finishing off with the thank you note. So before starting, I welcome all of you for the presentation which is on career options after graduation in public sector, which is government job. So let us first see why a person requires a government job. What are the nuances for which a student or a person goes for a government job? What are the benefits of a government job? Because the jobs are available also in the private sector also. Private sector also jobs are available. But in private sector, what happens is the jobs are less in number and the salary is very less. Mostly a graduate from Goa, if they go on for any kind of job, they will maximum get 12 to 15,000, which is the limit. Yes, you may not believe, but a graduate, if anybody is doing graduation as of now, who is in this meeting, if you just finish your graduation and go for this, you will not get more than 12 to 15,000 rupees, and that also in that kind of environment where Very next day it can be told to you that from tomorrow do not come, or this is the 1 month notice period, after 1 month do not come. This is the kind of future which most of the students have in private sector initial level, whereas in a government sector the entry level salary in most of the cases is above 30,000. This is the entry level salary. Later on, whatever salary they get, that is very, very high. But the entry level salary is around 30,000 rupees. Okay. So with this note, let us see why government job is required, or why people think or tend to go on for a government examination. Okay. So this is our first question. Government job. But why? Why do we require a government job? And the answers are security. Okay, security, job security. You might have heard in recent days that Byju's, one of the biggest recruiter of many graduate students, Byju's. Okay, Byju's, which is was there. Byju's recruited many people, but in the meantime, what happened? Acha, just a minute, guys. There is small technical issue. Small. Yes. So, Byju's, I was giving an example. It laid off around 40,000 people all across India. Amazon, which is the biggest, what to say, market retail seller, they means Amazon, they fired almost 50,000 people. Even Flipkart and giants like Tesla and all, they all are dismissing people. They all are giving a notice of 1 month and they are dismissing people. Okay, so the future is so grim that even working in companies like Google, Facebook, Amazon, they just give you a window of 1 month and they tell you that you are not required for this job. We will hire someone else. Now, as a person of 30-35 years, or as a person of 25-30 years, you think you are having a car loan, you are having a bank loan for your house, you are having your children whom you are whom they are going for education and everything, and at that particular time your company directly says that we do not require you. What will be your condition? That is the worst condition to be in. So, government job, what are the benefits of government job is, in government job this situation never comes in your life. Once you get into a government job, yes, there are circumstances in which it can be told to you to leave the job, but that is very rare. Hardly 0.1% chances are there that you will be thrown out of your government job. So your job is secure. The government does that because the government is working for social benefit. So many socio-economic factors are there for which government wants that this kind of security needs to be there. Because if one person is getting a job in their family, then the whole family runs by that person's income. And government wants to maintain that socio-economic thing. That is why government makes roads, government gives electricity, government runs many free educational projects. Government is not a profit oriented organization, so they give job security. Okay, this is the first point. Let us come to second point, respect. Say suppose you are an assistant commissioner of excise department, or you are assistant commissioner of income tax department, or you are a district collector, or you are a deputy superintendent of police, and you are into some function. People will die to meet you, not because you are good as a person, but because you have that position which drives many people. Many people cannot come up to or live up to that position. That is the amount of respect which you get for your family, for your community, from everywhere. You get that respect if you become or get selected in a government job. Another reason for this is, in any government job the selection ratio is 1:500, means out of 500 anyone is selected. So if you are there, that means that you are something. That is why you are there. So that is the kind of respect which you get in a government job. Authority. Like, let us take an example of a district collector or a BDO, block development officer, which is through GPSC, Goa Public Service Commission. A BDO is a person who looks after 10 to 12 villages which lie in his circle or his zone. He is having the authority because he looks after education, food, land revenue, everything of those 10 12 villages. So if he is actually willing to bring some social change, he can take steps. He can use the funds for developing his society or developing the society which is in and around villages. A district collector, he is the first person of that district. If everything belongs to him, most of the administrative decisions are being taken by that district collector. So whatever changes are going to be in that district, whatever projects you have to sanction, whatever dams you have to sanction, everything is done by the district collector. That is the reason why they have a lot of authority and they can take decisions for the betterment of society. Society recognition, same as respect. Most of the people in the society will know you by your post. They may not know you by your name, but they will know you by your post. That is the amount of society. When you go to meet someone and if you tell them that I am the block development officer for this taluka, it has a very different reflection than saying that I am the vice president of, say, for example, Zydus Pharmaceuticals, or I am vice president of, say, for example, Cipla. They may not recognize you, they may not remember you, but if you say I am a deputy superintendent of police of North Goa district, that has a complete altogether a different society recognition. Then last but not the least, health benefits, pension and other allowances like LTC, HTC, etc. Health benefits, even if you are ill or sick or you are not able to go office for 6 months, but once you come inside the government job, all the health facilities is provided by the government. Even if you are going to the biggest of the biggest private hospitals, then also in that case the government takes care of you. This I know because I was working with income tax department. One of my friend's father, he was having a permanent illness, some liver condition was some of a problem, and the total expenses which were incurred were total amounting to 78 lakh rupees, and government funded the whole of 78 lakh rupees. This is the power of a government job. Whereas if you work in any kind of private organization, you will never get these kind of benefits. So there are health benefits, pension, be it old pension scheme or new pension scheme, the amount of money which you get from government side after you retire, and for after retirement, for your daily expenses also, daily living also, living expenses also, government gives pension to you. These are all the kind of benefits which you do not get outside the government job, which are not there in private sector. So this is all about why government job is there, why government job is required, or why should people seek or opt for a government job. Okay. Now let us move to our second section, which is very, very important for all the people, all the students who are there today with us, is what kind of government job is available and applicable for a student in Goa or anywhere else as a graduate. That part, now let us come to type of government jobs. Now, when we come to type of government jobs, there are two types of government jobs, two kind of government jobs, in central government and in state government. Now, first let us see and let us discuss about the central government. In central government, majorly jobs are available in banking industry, insurance industry, railways, bureaucracy and others. So these are the major recruiters of central government. So let us start with the banking sector. Now in banking sector, first job is bank clerk, Second is bank PO. Third is bank SO, specialist officer, RRB, Rural Recruitment Board, and RBI, Reserve Bank of India, in which this exam is of major focus. Bank clerk. Now, what is bank clerk? Bank clerk is at the bottommost position of all the banks, but the posts are reserved for the state students. Now, bank clerk examination happens at two levels. One is at IBPS, one is at SBI. So right now we will be discussing about IBPS in detail. So in IBPS, all the banks other than State Bank, SBI is State Bank of India, other than State Bank. For IBPS, all the other banks like Dena Bank, Bank of Baroda, Bank of India, Canara Bank, etc., they all recruit through one method named IBPS. You give one exam and you will be selected in all kind of banks, whatever is there. Starting salary in all these is 30,000, and for this exam only, there are around 42 vacancies right now, and it may increase up to 70 also. Second exam is SBI. SBI recruits its own clerical level candidates, own clerical level staff. Does not go with SBI, go with IBPS. They recruit their own staff. Salary is bit more in State Bank of India, around 35,000 rupees. So after IBPS, now after some days, SBI forms is also going to come. So those people who have not filled the exam form, kindly fill the exam form as soon as possible for IBPS. And you have not started preparation, start the preparation, because after some days, SBI will also come with its number of vacancies. State Bank of India. So in this, there are posts reserved for the state students. Second is bank PO, same. IBPS level, SBI level. Now, who is a bank PO? Bank PO is known as Bank Junior Manager, who manages all the bank. However, it is a pan-India level. All India level posting is there. All India level transfer is there. But salary is very, very good. 55,000 in IBPS. Through IBPS, in SBI, it goes up to 62,000. Plus, there are many, many benefits from government side and for the bank side. Like whatever loan you will take, if you are getting it at 10%, the bank employee will get it at 2.5%, approximately 1/4. At the 1/4 rate there, 1/4 rate, they get all the loans and everything. Third is bank SO, bank specialist officer. Now specialist officer are those like legal advisor, CA, auditor, database handler. These are all the people who are recruited as bank SO, specialist officer. And the salary as bank specialist officer is very, very good. Starting salary through IBPS, it is 70,000, and through SBI is 82,000. And the posting is in all major cities, not all across India, but in all the major cities like Delhi, Bangalore, Hyderabad, Mumbai, and so on. Next is RBI rural banks. Okay, this is not in Goa, not applicable in Goa. But if anybody wants to give this examination, the students can move on to, the students or the graduates can move to Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh, and Karnataka for the posts in RRB, rural banks. Okay. And the salary through this is around 45,000 rupees. Now comes the banker of all banks, or the king, RBI, Reserve Bank of India. Reserve Bank of India has its exam pattern at two levels. Exam pattern at two levels. One is RBI assistant and one is RBI grade B officer. Salary of RBI assistant is 45,000. Salary of RBI grade officer is 85,000. But the kind of power which they have, the kind of authority which they have, they can go to any bank, and when they give their introduction, it is like they are the boss. The person working in RBI is the boss. They have got all the authorities, all the powers, which helps in controlling the economy, or which helps in controlling the banking sector. Plus, most of the benefits are there, which are there in RBI. Maximum benefits across all banks is given in RBI. Even in all these jobs, in most of the banks, even if you want to buy a pen, that also will be funded by Government of India. That is the kind of jobs which are available in banking industry. Second is insurance. Now in insurance, there are companies like organization like LIC, Life Insurance Corporation, New India Insurance, United India Insurance. They have a post named AAO, Assistant Administrative Officer, through which you can join all these insurance sector, insurance companies. Salary approximately 75,000 rupees, all India posting, and you can be transferred all over India. Okay. Third, railways. Now in railways, the major recruiter, Indian Railways, along with it, there is Konkan Railway also, which the posts are reserved especially for people living in Konkan belt like Goa, Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka. So if you want to apply, you want to even apply for Konkan Railways, and you will not believe, even in Konkan Railways, posts such as ticket collector, office post are there, station master is there, assistant station master is there. The minimum level at entry level, even assistant station master gets a salary of around 30 to 35,000 rupees. Okay, so in this also there are certain posts reserved for the people who are living in the Konkan belt. Now comes the most sought after job in the central government. Departments like Income Tax Department, GST Department, Customs Department, CBI Department, IB, Intelligence Bureau, NIA, ministries, etc., etc. These all exams, okay, these all departments, you get selected through just one exam named SSC CGL or SSC CHSL. CHSL is after class 12th. You can give. CGL is after graduation, in which you can give, and through which you can become income tax through one exam only. Through one exam, you will be selected to 26 different departments. 26 different departments like income tax inspector, GST inspector, customs inspector, CBI inspector, NIA, National Investigating Agency, IB, and in ministries like Railway Ministry, Defense Ministry, and I will tell you one interesting ministry named MEA, Ministry of External Affairs. What is the work of Ministry of External Affairs is, you all must be knowing that we have bureaucrats, we have embassies, like we have foreign embassies, we have embassy of USA, embassy of Australia, embassy of other countries. All the countries' embassy are there present in India. In a similar way, Indian embassies are also present in all these countries. So who work there? The people who work there are Indian employees or the Indian citizens. The people who are working there are all Indian citizens. Okay. So they all are recruited through this exam named Staff Selection Commission, SSC, and they are being recruited in all these departments. Okay, they are being recruited in all these departments through just this one examination named SSC, Staff Selection Commission. So this is one of the most sought after job, because the salary in some cases in income tax department, GST, customs is starting salary for a graduate of 21 years. It is 78,000 rupees, which is very huge for a person of 22 years. Similarly, people working in these departments, CBI, IB, NIA, salary goes around 85,000 to 90,000 per month. This is the amount of salary which people get just after graduation. So that is why there is maximum number of people who want to go for this field, bureaucracy. Few other exams like AI, Airport Authority of India, like Mopa Airport is there. There is air traffic control. There is government regulation. All are managed by the government employees. So this is also one exam, AAI, Airport Authority of India, which you can give. Salary is around 80,000 rupees. So guys, these are the exams which are available to you, which are available with you, in central government. Only banking sector recruits around 1 lakh people every year. 1 lakh people every year. In this, through Staff Selection Commission, there are more than 70-80,000 posts every year. And other things included, in totality, it becomes 3 lakh plus. Around 3 lakh plus vacancies, which constitute for all central government departments. Now let us come to the state government, especially for the Goa state. Now for state government departments, it is at 3 levels. Like one is GPSC, Goa Public Service Commission, one is Goa PSI, Police Sub Inspector, one is Goa SSC, Goa Staff Selection Commission. Now, the same way how all these departments are recruiting through just one exam, similarly, Goa also is going to recruit for all these exams, all these posts like PWD, Kadamba Transport, other departments like Excise Department, State GST Department. So what will happen? There will be only one exam named Goa Staff Selection Commission exam, and through that one exam only in all the government departments you will be selected. Now this is going to be fair. Till now what used to happen? People of PWD used to open their vacancies of PWD and all the exams were conducted by the specific organizations. Now there will be only one commission which has already been formed. They will conduct the examination. There is no role, no influence of any kind of department. Directly Goa Staff Selection Commission, they will conduct the examination, they will issue a merit list, and they will tell that rank 1 to 10, you will go to PWD. Rank 10 to 15, you will go to Excise Department. Rank 16 to 75, you will go to this department, etc., etc. So the candidate themselves do not know that which department I will get selected. So that influence already and automatically will subside down. And this all corruption and influence which we hear, it will automatically go down. Second and the last exam in this sort is GPSC, Goa Public Service Commission. Now in GPSC, there are three biggest examinations: JSO, Junior Scale Officer, BDO, Block Development Officer, and Mamlatdar. This is just for the state vacancies. Now in GPSC, Goa Public Service Commission, JSO. Who are JSO? The people who work as Deputy Collector, Deputy SP, Assistant Commissioner. If you say the best jobs in Goa, is in this department, JSO. Junior Scale Officer, the best job. Salary around 90,000 to 1,25,000 through GPSC, along with all the benefits, be it the state, the vehicle, be it the house, be it the servants, everything you will get if you become a JSO. These are the people who later become secretaries and under secretaries and SP, Superintendent of Police. Second such exam is BDO, which I had already explained. One more exam is Mamlatdar. But the best part about all these examinations, I had told you these many examinations, you will not believe. The best part of all these examinations is, for all these examinations, the exam pattern or the things which come in exam is absolutely same. The syllabus and the test paper of all these exams is absolutely same. No change whatsoever. In all these exams, in all these exams, examination pattern is absolutely same. Topics are absolutely same. Questions are absolutely same. So if you want to prepare for 4 lakh odd post, you have to just prepare for one exam and you are ready for all the exams. Just prepare for one exam. Now I'll tell you about my career or my journey through this. I was preparing for this exam, Staff Selection Commission. And in the meanwhile, I also gave the exam of insurance sector, railways, and banking sector. And you will not believe, just after I finished my graduation in 2011, in 2012, when the final results came, I was having 14 jobs in my hand. 14 jobs were there in my hand. I was selected for income tax department. I was selected for bank PO in 5 banks, bank clerk in 3 banks. I had also cleared RBI assistant, plus I had also cleared CDS examination. So that was the kind of jobs which I was having, and only because of the same reason that you prepare for one exam and you are already automatically prepared for all the other exams. So that is the beauty of all these exams. Now let us see what comes in all these exams. What is the examination pattern of all these exams? before we specifically go for IBPS bank clerk. Okay, so what is the selection procedure? First round is the written examination in all the exams mostly. First round is the written examination, and final selection is done on the basis of interview. Okay, so in this written exam, what are the questions? Questions are MCQ based, multiple choice question, MCQ based. From general awareness means general knowledge, general English, English is there, quantitative aptitude means mathematics, and reasoning. I will also tell what topics do come in all these examinations. Okay. Now, after you are selected in the selection first round, after you are selected in the written round, then you have to give the interviews. So, say for example, there are 10 posts, so approximately 30 to 40 people will be called for that interview. And that is how after interview you get your final selection. So in most of the examination pattern is same. It is prelims plus interview. Now what comes in all these examination? A brief idea. In all these examination, the topics or the questions which come all belong from class 9th or 10th standard. No 11th and 12th standard question comes in all these examination. 9th and 10th standard question comes in all these examination. I'll tell you, I will show you the chapters. I'll show you the topics which are there. Number system, SICI percentage profit loss, which you have already done in class 8. Discount average time, speed, distance, time and work, already done in class 9. Interpretation and data sufficiency. This is also already done in class 10. Okay, so all the chapters, all the topics which are there for maths, all are below 12th level, below 10th level. No 11th and 12th is required for all these examinations. Second, reasoning, coding, decoding, series completion, odd one out, making symbols. Okay, coding, decoding. In coding, decoding, how we do the question is, if A is equal to Z, coding, decoding question is like, if A is equal to Z, means A and Z are same, B is equal to Y, B is equal to Y, okay, B resembles Y, then C will be equal to what? Very simple, C will be equal to X. Why? A is related to Z, first digit, first alphabet, last alphabet. B is related to Y, second alphabet, and second last alphabet. So C will be related to X. These kind of questions comes in coding decoding. Blood relation. Bottom se second wala. Blood relation. In blood relation, of brother, of uncle. Meditation questions like a person is seeing in the photo of uncle of grandfather, and they will ask question how is that person and the person in picture related to. These kind of questions comes in reasoning, and a lot of puzzle based questions comes in reasoning. Okay, so in this also there is no very high IQ required. Very common student can give this examination. Third, English. English also only up to class 10th. English, mostly grammar, reading comprehension, which can come, then parajumbles, which is there, which can come, odd one out is there, idioms and phrases is there. So all these kind of questions comes in English. That is very, very important. All these kind of question comes in English. Okay. Next is general knowledge. Mostly in general knowledge, current affair comes. Current affairs. In most of the exam, current affair comes. So this is the basic idea about the test pattern. These are some sample questions. You can just go through it. What kind of questions are there which is asked in past year questions? So these kind of questions comes in mostly general knowledge, current affairs. Okay, current affairs, these kind of question comes. In English, you can just have a look what kind of question comes in English. Mostly synonym, antonym, error correction, sentence completion, paragraph completion, reading comprehension. These kind of question comes. Okay. You will also be offered a free demo class. Whenever you want, you can come to our Bodhi Academy. You can join the free demo class, and you can see what kind of chapters are there, what kind of questions are there, and our teachers will brief you also with regards to this. These are some questions in mathematics. Now, mathematics is one topic, mathematics is one subject for which most of the people are scared. Most of the people are scared as far as mathematics is concerned, whereas that should not be the case. Maths is one of the best subject. The biggest problem of people in mathematics is they are scared of calculations. They are not very much aware of the kind of calculation tricks or techniques which are there. Like if I will ask the tables, most of the people even attending today, you guys mostly are confused about the tables, okay, or squares or cubes. If that part of yours is strong, mathematics is a cakewalk for you. It is more of calculations and less of knowledge. That is one very important thing. Okay, so these are the kind of mathematics question. Logical reasoning, these kind of question comes. First is series completion question, second is statement and conclusion based questions. You guys can just have a look. Okay, let us move ahead. These are some other exams. They are not that important. Now, let us come to keys. How we can crack these tests before we actually go in for IBPS exam. The keys to crack this exam is very, very simple. You have to clear the cutoff. Now, in most of the exams, like say for example IBPS exam, which is there, in IBPS exam itself, the number of question which comes in exam in first round is 100 question. Cutoff is around 65 to 70 marks. 65 to 70 marks is the cutoff, and there are around 100 questions, means 100 marks, around 65-70 is the cutoff. So now, what is the problem? The problem is for getting that 65 marks, you get only 1 hour. So in 1 hour, you have to attempt 100 questions, and out of that 100, you have to get 65 to 70 marks. That is why these exams are a bit difficult. That is why it is difficult to crack this examination. And that is why coaching is required. That is why we are required. Second important thing, it is not important to solve the question, because there is negative marking. You have to decide which question to do, which question to leave. So the more important thing is to solve the question very fast and correct also. Okay, you have to solve the questions correct. Speed with average accuracy is the only key to get in. In 1 hour, you have to solve around 100 questions. In 1 hour, you have to solve 100 questions. Now 100 to सबसे नहीं हो सकता. So you have to focus on your strong areas, and you have to solve around 80 to 85 questions so that you are able to clear the cutoff. That is where difference lies. So is training required? Is coaching required? That is the biggest question which comes in every student mind. Do actually coaching is required, or I can do it on my own? That is a very straightforward question. The answer is you can do on your own if you have these. Speed. And speed comes when your calculation is very, very fast, especially in mathematics. Topics like squares, cubes, most of the students get frightened about these. ये ऐसे याद होना चाहिए. Like if I ask what is 15 square, answer is 225. What is 16 square? 256. What is 17 square? 289. What is 18 square? 324. What is 19 square? 361. What is 20 square? 400. 21 square? 441. 22 square? 484. 23 square? 529. 24 square? 529. 24 square is 576. 25 square is 625. Like this you have to remember. Tricks like this. If I say what is 35 square, answer is 1225. If I say what is 65 square, answer is 4225. What is 95 square? Answer is 9025. If I say what is 102 into 103, answer is 10506. If I say what is 107 into 108, answer is 11556. So these kind of things are required, for which trick is very much important. So speed is very much required. Second, accuracy. If you are solving 10 questions, 10, and you are getting 5 correct, 5 wrong, then you will never be able to get selected in any examination. At least 80 to 90% accuracy is required. Matlab, if you are solving 10 questions, so approximately you should get 8 or 9 correct. That will only come when you come for coaching, when you come for training. Knowledge, without knowledge, you will not be able to score. English is required, logical reasoning is required. However, maths class 9th comes or class 10th comes, but we all have forgotten everything. That is where knowledge is very much required. And last but not the least, interview skills. When you go in the interview, they will ask, what is the current economic policy saying? What is the current fiscal policy saying? What is the repo rate? What is reverse repo rate? What do you mean by CRR? What do you mean by SLR? What is the benefit of export oriented country? And we will have no answer. So these all things needs to be taught so that you get selected in all these examinations. Now let us come to some beautiful moments of the Bodhi Academy. Our results in 2023, this is the fresh result. 10 of our students had cleared GPSC video examination for prelims round, and one student has even gone up to the interview round also. These are those students who have been selected. Few you may be knowing also. This is also our 2023 students who have selected in SBI clerk exam, which happened in 2022. Now, this is the first student of ours who got selected in all these different examinations: SBI PO, SBI clerk, IBPS clerk. He has cleared all these 3 examinations. He has cleared IBPS clerk also. He cleared SBI clerk also. He cleared SBI PO also. So now you hear from this person himself what is IBPS exam, which is going to happen, for which these 42 posts are there. What is IBPS exam? What is the selection criteria? What kind of questions comes in all these exams? How many marks question comes in all these exams? What should be your preparation strategy? What should be and how you should prepare yourself for all these examinations, because he has cleared all these examinations in one go itself, be it IBPS, be it SBI, or be it at PO level. Okay, so just give me a minute so that we can just shift on the screen to Mr. Ankush Singh, and he will be taking on the session for IBPS clerk examination, what things will come and what things we have to skip or leave.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for inviting me for this session. Yeah, so I'll be dealing with in the next 5 to 10 minutes, I'll be dealing with the IBPS clerk exam 2023, how it is, what it is, and what needs to be done, and how the questions are asked. See, when you apply for any exam, whether it is your competitive exam or any type of competitive exam, whether banking or government or NEET, JEE, CLAT, whatever it is, the first thing first, you go through the syllabus. Now, what is the syllabus of IBPS? I think regarding the syllabus, sir has briefly told that what are the content of it, like how many subjects are there, which are the topics, which are the subtopics. Sir is already discussed with you. Now, coming to the exam part. IBPS clerk is conducted once in a year and followed by SBI clerk once in a year. Let me tell you that IBPS and SBI clerical post both are having the same pattern, same syllabus, same difficulty level, everything same. Only thing the exams are conducted twice, like once for IBPS and one for SBI. Now, if I talk about syllabus, we have exams in two parts. One is prelims and one is mains. Now, in prelims, we have English. Now, what are the four subjects for any competitive exam? We have English, we have reasoning, we have maths, and we have general awareness. Now, for prelims, English is required, reasoning is required, and maths is required. But for mains, English is required, reasoning is required, maths is required, and general awareness is also required. For prelims, general awareness is not required. Now, you must be thinking that till 10th standard we know the maths, we know how to deal with the profit and loss problems, we know how to deal with the ratio problems, we know how to do the calculation, how to do the quadratic equations and all. But tell me one thing, can you solve 35 questions in 20 minutes? 35 questions of maths in 20 minutes and 30 questions of English in 20 minutes. Now, this is the exam pattern. So, overall, if I talk about prelims, it is 100 questions out of 60 minutes is given. Now, coming to the mains part. In mains part, in English, you have 40 questions. You have 40, you have 50 questions for reasoning, you have 50 questions for maths, and 50 questions for general awareness. So, overall, you have 190 questions. Now, time limit for English, you get 30 minutes. For reasoning, you get 45 minutes. For maths, you get 45 minutes. And for general awareness, you just get 25 minutes. So, this is the mark. This is the number of questions versus the time allotted for each section. And this time is sectional. For example, if you're starting with English, if you open the question paper and it starts with English. Now, as soon as the 20 minutes will end, your question and your section also will be auto submitted. Whether you have attempted the question or not attempted the question, it doesn't matter. 30 questions will be given and 20 minutes will be given. Once the 20 minutes is over, your 30 question is over. Now, for the same with reasoning, as soon as your 20 minutes are over, your 35 question is also over. For maths also same thing. So basically it consists of sectional test, sectional timing. Now coming to the cutoff. Coming to the cutoff. Cutoff from previous year was approximately 70. That was in 2022. Cutoff was 67 in 2021 and cutoff was 53 in 2020. I'm talking about IBPS. I'm talking about IBPS. Now, this was the cutoff. Out of 100 for prelims. This is for prelims. Now, imagine that how much you have to study to get this 70 marks out of 100. That too in 1 hour. Questions will be big, word problems will be there, speed maths will be there, reasoning. In reasoning, you have puzzles. Puzzles take sometimes 2 minutes. 2 minutes is required for the puzzle if you are perfect enough in a puzzle. Otherwise, if you are not perfect, then sometimes 10 minutes are also required. Imagine if you are investing your 5 minutes, 6 minutes for 1 to 2 questions, then how you will do the 35 questions. Now, that part is done by us. Bodhi Academy. We train you how to use the short methods, how to use the short tricks, how to attempt the paper. Now, more than answering the paper, the most important thing is how to attend the paper. Like everyone must have given your 12th standard and graduation. So as soon as you see the paper, you start with question number 1A, question number 2A, question number 3, and you go still end. You know that first section, first part is 1 mark question, next part is 2 marks question, next mark is 3 marks question, and at the last the explanation was like 4 marks question. But here it is not the case. You have 35 questions, all carries 1 marks if it is right and carries minus 0.25 marks if it is wrong. Yes, negative markings are also there, and this is for both IBPS or SBI. You are appearing in any of the exam, the pattern remain the same, the negative marking remain the same. Cutoff varies. For example, for IBPS I wrote the cutoff was 70, but for SBI cutoff was only 45 in 2023 prelims. Sorry, 2022 prelims cutoff was only 45. Before that it was 67. So cutoff varies. Cutoff varies on what? Cutoff varies on the various factors. Like if the paper was difficult, cutoff will go low. If paper was easy and many students have many questions, then cutoff high. So accordingly, cutoff varies. No one can pre-decide the cutoff. No one can. Whether the cutoff will go more than 70 or it will lie less than 55, no one can decide. That can be decided only by the exam and when the result is declared. So nothing can be predicted about the cutoff. So what can be the best? The best thing that you go approximately around 80 questions. You do 80 questions correct, you are in. Let the cutoff be 71, let the cutoff be 75, let the cutoff be 55 or 45. If you are attending 80 out of 100, you are in. No one can stop you. One major difference between both these exams are IBPS is having the sectional cutoff, whereas SBI is not having the sectional cutoff. Now, what do you mean by sectional cutoff? Now, what do you mean by sectional cutoff? Sectional cutoff means, I told you, we have reasoning, you have maths, you have English, and we have GS. That is general awareness, GA. You can say it is GA, general awareness, financial awareness, or you can say banking awareness, this one and say. Now, in reasoning, in IBPS and in SBI, for example, if reasoning you have 10 as a sectional cutoff, sectional cutoff. In maths you have 10 and English you have 10. Approximate I am saying. That means, and if your cutoff is 70, main cutoff, that means you should get 70 in overall. Plus you should also get minimum of 10 in reasoning, minimum of maths in reasoning, and minimum of English in the reasoning. Minimum of 10 in the English also. What does this mean? This means that if you score 35 out of 35 in reasoning and 35 out of 35 in maths and you score 0 in English, you will get 70 marks, but your sectional cutoff is not clear, so you will not qualify the exam. But in SBI it is not the case. In SBI you have common cutoff. For example, if cutoff was 65, then you get 35 in reasoning, 35 in maths, 0 in English, it will work, no problem. So this is the only big difference between these two exams, that IBPS is having sectional cutoff and SBI is not having the sectional cutoff. For that, the most important thing is your speed and your accuracy. Now, speed means, remember, 35 question you have to solve in 20 minutes. And what is the exam date? Exam date will be August end or September beginning. So how much time you are left? You are left with 1.5 months. If you more go in detail, you have 6 weeks. Now, if you do the calculation, you have 6 weeks. You have 3 subjects: English, maths, reasoning, and in every subject you have almost 10 chapters. The problem is, first you have to learn these chapters, you have to know the concept, then you have to practice, get the speed, practice the mock test, and then reach at a level so that if you give a dummy mock test, you should get around 75 to 80 marks. For that, one thing is required, that the calculation should be strong. If any student whose calculation is already strong from the basic, like from the beginning, or already is strong, then you don't have any problem. If you learn the concept, you will be able to clear. Now, for those students whose concepts are not at all clear, they will be facing the issue, because we have only 6 weeks for the IBPS. 6 weeks is for IBPS. For SBI, you can consider it will come approximately around October. So you have time for SBI. Now, but remember one thing, that when you're preparing for the competitive exam, SBI, even if SBI in October, that means 3 months or 3.5 months. How it goes, we only don't know. Because 4 weeks in a month, 12, 13, 14 weeks. If I talk about 14 weeks, 14 weeks disappear like this. You start learning the concept, you start practicing it, you start, then sometimes you will feel demotivated, then you will leave the studies and again you will come on the back foot. The only student who clear the exam is who is consistent. Now, if I take my example, I started with the July 2020 and my study journey was only till March 2021. In that July, I started. I gave my first IBPS. I filled my first IBPS form in August, and for IBPS exam, I started preparing in around mid of the August 2020. Half August, full September, full October, full November. 3.5 months. 5th December, I gave my prelims. Cleared in the first attempt, securing around 81 marks out of 100. After that, gave mains on 28th February. Got result declared on the 1st April. Cleared mains in the first attempt. Again, I appeared for the SBI in June 2000, in August 2021. Cleared in the first attempt prelims. Appeared for the mains in October, 1st October 2021. Cleared mains in the first attempt. I appeared for the railways on 4th April 2021. Prelims cleared in the first attempt. So these are the exams I cleared. And the reason behind it, that I was completely behind this exam. Like, there was no relaxation, there was no fun, and there was, no time pass in my timetable, because I know that I have to live a long life. I have to go for a, everyone is looking for a job, a perfect job. Now, if you are not satisfied with the job, if you are getting less salary or working condition is not good, you are not secure, then you will feel like, let us switch from this job to another job. But I wanted a particular job so that I can be in that organization throughout the lifetime, and I can get the salary according to me or according to my convenience, so that I can bear all my expenses, including my family. So for that, the only struggle was required for 4 to 5 months or max to 6 months. I gave that 6 months to me. I gave that 6 months to my career. Now I am enjoying my life, going to the work, no problem. I take leaves. I enjoy all the benefits, all the allowances, all the facilities provided by the public sector bank. So your investment is only your hard work, and in return you will get throughout the lifetime. You must have gone to any public sector bank, any. For example, you go in a Canara Bank, you go in a PNB, you go in a Bank of Baroda, you go in SBI, you see the employees there. They work there 10 to 6, 10 to 5, they work. Afterwards, they go home, they relax. They go on the leave, they go on the weekend. You must have heard many times that a particular person is on the leave, or particular employee is on the leave. They have gone to the long leaves. So these are the facilities provided by the government banks to them. So it's up to you how much hard work you are putting. So whatever I told you was all about the exam pattern, difficulty level. I told you that difficulty level is actually depend on the question paper. You can get in your section, you can get the easy. You can in your section you can get difficult paper also. So according to that, the difficulty level will vary. Now, sir will take care from henceforth. He will tell you about the batches and everything. Whatever I have to tell, I told you already regarding the exam pattern and the difference between SBI and IBPS exam. Thank you from my end.
For Staff Selection Commission, right now fees is 26,000. Right now, as on today, fees is 26,000. but from Thursday it is going to be 30,000 rupees. 30,000. And for GPSC Goa Public Service Commission, your fees right now it is 30,000, and if you join on Thursday the fees is 32,000. So there is an increase in fees in another 3 days time. So if you want to join, you can pay a registration fees of 2.5 thousand as on today or tomorrow or by Wednesday, so that you book your seat for this fees. Otherwise your fees is going to increase from Thursday. So 2.5k or 2500 rupees is the fees which you can pay for booking up your seats. And if you have any doubts, any questions, any kind of things, so this is our phone number. For any queries, any kind of doubts, any kind of questions, you can call on this number. And if by any chance we are not available on this number, then you can call us on this number in case of emergency. So these are our two phone numbers. You can ask our location, the timing of the classes, etc., 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 all kind of doubts regarding even form filling and everything. Everything will be clarified in these phone numbers, on these phone numbers. So with this note, we will take your leave. All the best, and it was a very nice interaction with you guys. Just prepare well, see for your future, seek for your future, and do well. Have a bright future, have a colorful life. Thank you. Good night. Thanks a lot.